When I meditate, words that I say in my mind kind of drop off, so to speak, and it's just like me basically visualizing what my body is doing. I don't know if this is the right way, in that must I keep saying words in my mind like rising and falling?
It would certainly be better in the beginning if you really say the words in your mind, because that makes sure that you know what is going on in the present moment. On the larger scale, it is the most important that you know what is going on, even if you don't find the correct word in the same moment. I'm not 100% sure what you are meaning with kind of drop off. So I'm not really sure what's going on. But as long as you are as you know that there is the rising and the falling, that's the most important. If you are able to say rising and falling in your mind, that's much better.
Yeah, I mean, you have to admit the difficulty that you're faced with when it's just me basically visualizing what my body is doing, because this kind of thought becomes reinforced in the mind, that it's me visualizing. No, it doesn't even need to become reinforced. This kind of mind is our default. We naturally assume things to be self, to be me, to be mine, to be a possession, or we cling to things. Lumpo Jorog is quite clear about this. If you're not mindful, even though you know something, he said delusion knows things, is the best at knowing things. Delusion knows things incredibly well, but it knows things based on views, so it has views about them. It knows things based on conceit, so it becomes conceited about them, and it knows things based on craving, so it has craving about them. The view is the idea that this is the self, this is I, no, this is mind, or no, this is a part of who I am. No? This experience has a I to it. Conceit is taking it to be, or taking it to imply, I am this. So, putting yourself in the object, as in terms of it being, a sign that you are a good person, or that it's a good part of you, or it's a bad part of you. So having conceit about the object as being a good thing or a bad thing. And then craving, saying it's mine. So clinging to it as being a good thing or a bad thing, as liking it or disliking it. And this goes on naturally. The commentary says that dogs know when they walk. Dogs know, are able to give rise to knowledge of the action, but they know it based on greed, anger, and delusion, based on ditthi, mana, tanha, these three defilements. When a dog feels pain, the dog knows it feels pain. There's no way to avoid that, but it identifies with the pain. So it sees the pain as my pain, as me, and so on. This is what we're trying to get away from, to create what the Buddha called patisattimatta, this simple, only knowing things as they are, specifically as they are. So it's not just sati to recognize something, it's recognizing something just for what it is. And that's what is the important quality of mind that we're trying to create, and that's created quite nicely by using the not the label, but this simple thought, to establish and remind ourselves with a simple thought that removes all the complications of now my stomach is rising, or so on. To just, now there is the experience of rising, or this experience is rising, and so on.
Yeah, I think I didn't understand very clearly what the question was about.
Oh, you give a good answer.